Although it felt like spring yesterday, Mother Nature certainly has its way of showing us that we actually are still in winter here in Ohio. As someone who trained for a CDL during winter conditions, I know how challenging it is to operate a vehicle that weighs upwards of 80,000 pounds in these types of conditions. Although each state has its own commercial driver's manual, they are uniform in that drivers must slow down when operating in winter conditions like we have here today throughout the Midwest. Drivers must acclimate themselves and adjust to the conditions that they're driving in. Ohio CDL manual requires drivers to reduce their speed by 1/3 when operating in wet conditions. But in packed snow, they're required to reduce by a half or more. Today, though, much of the Midwest, as well as the snow belt here locally in Northeast Ohio, is expected to experience freezing rain and ice. In these conditions, freezing rain and ice, drivers are required to reduce their speed to a crawl and to pull over as safe as it is to do so. Truck company dispatchers should know and advise their drivers when they are expected to encounter a hazardous road condition. And this isn't just for the safety of the driver, of course, but for the safety of those driving around that commercial motor vehicle. As a lot of times drivers are coming from places like Texas and Florida, they may not be experiencing these weather conditions that we have here in the Midwest and especially in Northeast Ohio. However, the dispatcher should know and should be required to tell their drivers to make sure to slow down, to chain up if necessary, and if the laws require it, and to make sure to slow down if there's any sort of ice, and to make sure to pull over as soon as it's safe to do so. It's absolutely essential to pay attention on the road out there, especially in adverse weather conditions like we have today and through the weekend. Make sure you truckers out there stay safe and get to your destination safely, whether it's with your load or whether or not you're just heading home to your family. Be safe out there.